Hi, everybody. I don't think nobody knows I'm coming on, so well, I take that back. Zaza and Judy know, but they got to have a chance to find me. Lisa will be in the chat on her phone. There's Lisa. Hi, Joydy. Good morning. Well, I wasn't going to do this. Oh, is Melanie here too? Oh, yeah, there's Melanie. Another little banner was blocking out your name. Good morning, Miss Melanie. Good morning, Lisa. I should make one of those round things that you hold up like romper room so you can say all the names. That would be funny. Good morning, Judy. Mona will be here in a minute because she's going to swat the flies. Oh, that's funny. Good morning, Lori. Every time I say that to you, I think of Good Morning Glory. I'm thinking of the Morning Glory flowers. Every time I say that to you, it's not just a one-time thing. I'm so glad you made it. I'm glad I made it. And I'm nervous as all get out. Because I haven't been by myself. Ooh. I did remember to turn my lights on today. Well, you can still see Sven over there. I haven't done nothing with him yet. I still have to get rid of all this stuff and find a place for it. There's my Mona. Good morning. And I need to clean off the top of this. I need to rearrange it is what I need to do. It's got some slots up there I got some templates hanging on it. And I got a bag full of templates over here. Well, a couple bags. And I got to find a place to put it. I need my pegboard put up. I don't know if I'm going to put it there or if I'm going to put it right here where I can actually reach it. Yes, Lisa, we miss you so much. I miss you. Because it's forcing me to go live by myself. And it took my computer so long to come up this morning. And I drank almost a whole cup of coffee waiting on it. This is the little box that I found my walking foot in. It was on the white table, right in that area, underneath a bunch of fabric. So that's where I found my walking foot. I found this bracelet in there too. It's a beaded bracelet and it's got elastic. Otherwise, I'd never be able to get it put on. I thought that was pretty cool finding that. I found some pre-woven bobbins, some thread. Oh, I got 2 of the pre-woven bobbins. And then I found my earbuds. Woo! And I found some little applique flowers. Hard to see them in the plastic. I like this bunch better. This other one is smaller than this one. But this one has 3 different sizes with it. So I found those. I found little felt pads to go on the bottom of my foot pedal. So I put those on. I found my, what's it called? I gotta open it up to see what it's called. I guess I gotta open it all the way. Flower stitch attachment. This goes on my phone, or my phone. Goes on my brother machine. I don't remember how long ago I bought that, but I've used it before. I mean, I practiced with it, but it's a cool looking. Oh, here, I can get in front of my face. There we go. It's a cool little thing. You put it on. You attach all of this. You take off your foot pedal and the little bar that holds that on, and you attach all of this like you do a walking foot, because there is also this lovely thing that goes on the other side of the sticky point thing. I don't know what they call those things. And then it stitches out patterns of flowers. And it's sort of like spirograph. There's all the different flower shapes that it does. See, when I buy stuff, I keep it all together. So even when I lose it, I still have it. There's Zaza. Zaza had to take a shower before she came to my live. Miss Joydy, good morning. Well, it's a really cool. I got it. I think it was when I bought a bunch of extra feet. I think it was in there. So that was all my treasures that I found in this little box. Oh, I found some more thread. But that was my treasures in this pretty little box. It's a pretty little box. So that was my treasures that I found. And I don't know if I showed everyone. I won a fat quarter from Leanne's channel. And this is that. It's very pretty. It's purple and yellow flowers with green stems on a cream background. And then I showed you my stuff that I got from Nikki. Oh, I guess I better catch up on chat. Festorodine. Festorodine. It sounds like it festered up in you. Sorry. I'm a little punchy this morning. Good morning, Melissa. I lose the paperwork. That's what Google is for. Honey, I got that years ago when I got my first machine. And that was before I ever Googled a whole bunch of anything. Show your steamer. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. See, I keep forgetting about it. Joydy says 61 degrees in Charlotte. Tornado warnings. Can't believe it's December 29th with that weather. Yes, I got what Mona sent me. Mona sent me a fat quarter bundle. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 5, count them, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I told you I was being goofy today. Yes, Nikki sent very pretty fabric. Good morning, June. All right. This is I can't see the name on it. Is it Land of the Free or something like that, Mona? I can't see that little bitty print. I'm reading. American Dreamer 5-piece bundle is what it says. And here's the first one. Got to figure out which way I got to hold it. It's got the Liberty Bell and cowboy boots, and there's one of those red trucks with the stars on the hood, a guitar, another cowboy boot, looks like a bull. Very cool. And then there's this one. This one is sort of like a cheater fabric. And the funny thing is, I was looking at this to buy it myself, and then I didn't. I don't remember why I didn't, but... And then we got red fabric with white stars. And then we have this one. I'll open this one up a little bit more. because this one has more stuff on it. Land of the free, home of the brave, sweet land of liberty. Cowboy boots with flowers, a bull, truck, eagle, let freedom ring. That one is very cool. And then my favorite one, my favorite out of this whole bunch. Oh, maybe you can see it better on this side. So now y'all know I love the florals. Okay, that was that pile. And then I won on Debbie's channel too, on her anniversary live. Which one did you like, Mona? The last one with all the flowers. Well, I like that bunch because of the flowers and the cheater fabric. And on Debbie's channel, I won a steamer. I was the first or second one to win something. And here's a little baggie cover for it. And of course the instructions that you know I'll keep. And it comes with, come on. It comes with a little brush. And it just pops onto it. And then can't pick it up. And the steamer. Yeah. This is where the steam comes out, this big wide end. There we go. I had to face it to the right light. That's where the steam comes out. And then this is the on-off switch, the sprayer part. Here is on the side is the on-off switch. And you fill it up down here at the bottom. And I can't do it one-handed. There we go. The bottom comes off, and there's the little, and you fill that up to a certain point, and then you put that back on, and then you go to town with it. And I lost my directions already. Now you see why I keep everything in the box. Gotta get my reacher, because one of them went underneath the desk. Yeah, I keep a reacher in my room. My daughter has a steamer for her clothes. She is not one to iron. Well, I thought that it would work out great if I had something on my wall and I could steam it. But I can't get to that wall because of that table. So I was asking my hubby, my helper, to hang those quilt things that I got from the Missouri Star Advent box. Hang those up there so I can hang a quilt up there or hang another quilt wall up there because I can reach that. So that's what I've been doing today. Looks like I got 2 books. Well, that one's English. That one's English too. So they must have thought, oh, I was really dumb that I needed 2 directions. So now let me put this back together because I don't get it out until I actually need it. All right. Who just gets on the floor? Sometimes I can't get up and sometimes I fly. Oh, Mona. You should never get on the floor, girl. You don't want to flop. If I end up on the floor, that's when I have to butt walk to the stairs to get up. And that's not a pretty sight. My husband just stands there and laughs at me. Okay. See, Mona remembers more of what I got than I do. Okay, that's put back together. I got some other fabric, but I can't show that. That's for a secret project. Yes, Lisa, I have secret projects too. Good morning, Debbie. Lisa, I dropped my grabber and couldn't find another one to get the first. But I have one in here, and I have, well, actually, I had 2 in here. But I gave it to my husband. He stays in the room on the other side of this wall, on the other side of this closet. That's our bedroom on that one. And he has the grabber in there. We have one in the living room, and I have one in here. So I have 3 I can find, and they're always in their. Oh, Mona, what secret project? I can't tell you. Debbie's making breakfast for the grandkids. Pancakes with chocolate chips. Melanie, we have a new washer. I can't reach the bottom. I need the grabber to pull close from the bottom. Well, I don't do the laundry anymore. Hubby does it. My helper. Get a little folding step stool. Yeah, that would help. Because my first husband, I couldn't reach in the bottom. And I'm tall, and I couldn't reach in the bottom. So he built a platform for me, and we put the washer and dryer up. Oh, it was 4 to 5 inches on that little platform, and then I could reach the bottom. So there's an idea. Build a platform underneath it so it brings the machine up. Yeah, don't fall in. Good morning, Iron Stitches. That is Tracy. Good morning, Nikki B. Nikki B, are your ears burning? Because I was talking about you. Lisa, I only have my own secret projects, never with anyone else. Well, my secret project is with another quilter. Not anyone that's on YouTube. Did I miss anybody else coming in? I really don't want to miss anybody. Mona, I don't get on the floor for nothing, let me tell you. Because I don't like to butt walk. Now, see, when I was a kid, my mom taught me how to butt walk, and I just laughed at her. I thought she was crazy. But we're buddies. Yes, we are. But no, there is no telling. I want to watch Lisa do laundry. Yeah, I haven't seen Tracy for a while. I haven't stopped in at Kathy's for a while. I was there the other day, but only for a few minutes. Lori, she feels bad for short people. I don't feel bad for them. They just got to get more inventive. Lisa might fall into the washer and not be able to get out. We'll have to start calling her Mrs. Fletcher. Lisa, all you gotta do is ask me what her name is. I remember. Judy, I could drown in it. That's funny. At least she will be in her machine next to her fabric. Lisa, I can picture you stuck in your machine with your legs sticking out. Sticking out and going, ee! I can't stay, but I popped on and saw you and wanted to give my thumbs up. Well, I'm glad you did, Tracy, because I haven't seen you for a while. And this is my first real live by myself. Because even in my, oh yeah, Lisa's only like 4'11", 5 foot. Mona, that's okay. I'll get a secret project too. I thought you had a secret project already. Good morning, Vivian. Glad to see you made it. There, Lisa says she's 5 foot. I know it was either 4'11" or 5 foot. Lisa, tie a rope around the dog, then he can pull you out. Oh, so you went back to work. It's still a job if you have to leave your house, no matter if you're just helping somebody out or whatever. Oh, yeah, right, you two. Ganging up on me on secret projects. I'm just catching up to Lisa. Lisa's always having a secret project. I'm having a hard time reading chat on this system. Now Lori wants a secret project. Sounds so mysterious. Oh, I'm so sorry she lost her husband. That's a horrible thing. Unless it's an ex. If it's an ex that dies, then you do a happy dance, which is what I did. Look at Mona. If I did, I forgot what it was. Zaza wants a secret project. Let's all do a secret project. Oh, Haley has her beat by a half inch. Oh, inch and a half. I read it wrong. Lori says, Lisa, we would be like Mutt and Jeff. Judy says she's going to find a secret project too. Mona's problem with secret projects, she would forget and show on YouTube. Yes, you would. Because you always tell. You always tell everything. There was something else I wanted to show. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you. I showed it once before, but I don't remember. I don't remember if you girls saw it. This is an apron that my sister-in-law made me. These are the sleeves. And then you go up a little. And she embroidered on it Deb S., the Pug Mama quilter. This fabric says, Crazy Sewing Lady. So much fun. Life is a stitch. Welcome to my sewing room. And then it's got sewing machines all over it with scissors and thread and all that fun stuff, snips. And then down below are some pockets. The pockets are miscellaneous, scissors, and dog treats. That's for honey. And it's a reversible. It's a reversible one. So let me flip it over here. I like this because I'll be able to just flip it over my head. And then there's ties on the sides. And here's the other side. Got sewing machines and plants. There's an apple and a pineapple. Measuring tape. And this side has pockets too. Same thing. Miscellaneous, scissors, and dog treats. I couldn't think what the third one was on this side. And then on the side are the ties. And it just ties at your hips. So now I have one that I can wear too, Lisa. And that's all I think I got to show. I posted pictures of the dinosaur quilt and the Dr. Seuss quilt, so I finally got those done. Either that or all her exes stayed in Texas. Yeah, my ex died in 2008. And our phone kept ringing at 1 in the morning. And you know, I go to bed pretty early. Once in a while, I stay up till 10. But normally, I'm getting ready to go to bed at 9 Central Time. And so we get this call at 1 in the morning. And we have a voicemail. And the voicemail is in our bedroom. So we're laying there listening. And it's this kid crying. You know it's one of your kids. You can't tell which kid it is. So we're laying there in bed. And I said, are you going to get up and answer that? He says, no, why would I do that? And I said, well, it's your kid. He says, no, it's your kid. No. So there we were arguing for like 5 minutes going, whose kid it is. And finally he gets up and he goes over and he plays it again. And he goes, no, that's one of your girls. And I'm like, they know better than to call me at 1 in the morning. So I finally got up and I went to the bathroom because I figured if I called, I'd be on the phone a while. So I called back. It was my youngest daughter. Her dad was living with her at the time. Her dad and his wife were living with her. And she was crying like crazy. And I said, Abby, I can't understand you when you're crying that hard. You got to take a deep breath and tell me. So, good morning, Miss Susan. So glad to see you. And so she's crying and she says, Dad's dead. I said, what? What are you talking about? And she says, he's dead. And then she killed him. I said, what? She killed him. Well, okay. And Kelly had gotten up in the meantime, and he went to the bathroom and stuff. And so he's standing there going, which kid? Which kid? I said, it's Abby. And so then he sat down so he could halfway hear the conversation. And I covered up the phone and I said, Gordon died. And I did a happy dance. So that was how I found out he died. And it was sort of the same situation when I found out that my divorce was final, because my lawyer never told me. And Gordon always called and was bugging me and stuff. And he mentioned that the divorce was final. I said, what did you just say? I didn't say nothing. And I'm like, yeah, So I went racing down to the courthouse. That was on a Friday. I went racing down to the courthouse Monday morning. I went into the notary. I said, I need a copy of my divorce decree and I need it notarized because I wanted everything on the up and up. So I got that. Once I got that, then we went to another floor to the recorder's office, and Kelly and I we were trying to get a marriage license. So see, I got divorced on a Friday, and on a Monday, I was planning another wedding. But Kelly and I had already been living together for 9 months. Something like that. Good morning, Dawn. How are you? Good morning, Banana Joe. I'm so glad to see you. I thought I was going to stay kind of quiet today, but I didn't. You know I didn't. Miss Denise, hello. Should I be like William? Welcome, welcome. I am glad to see you all here. I was afraid that all I was going to get was trolls, so. But I did know that Zaza and Judy would be here. And then after that, then Lisa told me she was going to be here. Lisa is having, she unplugged all of her equipment because they're having storms. But she's on her phone. You could take over Sunday mornings. No, I don't want to do that. I'm only doing this today because you weren't around. And I had to ponder on it a really long time. And I had to get breakfast in me first. Yeah. And like I said, my computer was really, really slow this morning. I had almost a full cup of coffee waiting on it. If my husband kicks the bucket, I'm staying single. Well, I will this time. If I lose my helper, then I'm not getting married again. I may find another guy, and we may live together, but I'm not getting married. Judy says she thinks the storms passed her. She slept through them. I usually sleep through all the storms here too. But, you know, it's been really, really cloudy here. Cloudy and rainy. No more for Lisa either. She'll just buy fabric when she gets lonely. I buy the fabric when I see a really good sale on something I've been watching. And then I sit here and I pet it. We needed some fat 8s for Millie's dresses. And I had been watching this kind. Look at all those colors. So pretty. So, and this went on sale. So I bought it. And there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. There's 27 of them here. And I didn't spend that much on them. I don't remember how much. Of course, Missouri Star. I don't know what else. Okay, I guess I'm done. What line is it? Andover. All it says is Andover on it. Macower, UK. That's all it says on it. There's no tag or nothing on it. Oh, this here, the sticker on it, it says Twinkle. Can you see it say Twinkle? Wah, wah, wah. It's got like little stars on it. Very cute and pretty. They all have the little stars on it. Hey, there's my sister-in-law. That's Shirley Sager. That's my sister-in-law. She's going now cleaning carpets today. Oh, good God. I'm glad I'm not over there at her house. Yes, Lisa, that's my sister-in-law. She's the one that made my apron. She surprised me with it. My brother brought it over to me. No, don't go. I just got here. Good morning, Joyce K. That's actually my first live that my sister-in-law caught. She watches us on Not Quite Right and Sunday mornings at 7. She doesn't usually talk. Good morning, Susan. You're out. I saw her name here someplace. There it is. Right above Shirley. See, and she's another one that kept telling me, well, you need to go live. And I'm like, I know, everybody says that, but it's harder than you think to go live. Of course, once you go live, it's okay. When you are through, I'm going to plan a secret project. So the Millie's dresses needs fat quarter. Well, the pattern calls for fat quarters a bundle of fat quarters and a bundle of fat eighths. Let's see here. The fat quarters are for blocks, border, and scrappy binding. The fat eighths are for blocks, border, and scrappy binding. And then for the border, it calls for a fat eighth. And another border calls for a half a yard. And 2 yards of 108 backing. I think it was on the... I don't remember where I saw it, where it actually said. But we're going to be starting this on January 6th. I saw it someplace in here. It must have been on this thing. I don't remember where it said how much, though. And each of the dresses uses one dress print and one collar and belt print. A set. So those little lapels up there match the belts. So that's January 6th. I think it was 16 fat quarters and 16 fat eighths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 is 16. Yeah, 16 of each. 16 fat quarters and 16 fat eighths. And then, of course, you need a binding color for here. Right there, that green one. And the other border, which is this one, is from fat eighths. And then backing. Background, you need 3 1/4 yards. 3 1/4. And I think on this one, I'm not sure if I'm using the red Swiss dots or the black Swiss dots or the multicolored dots. I have all 3. And I don't know which one I'm going to use with it yet. I got to catch up now. Yeah, 16 fat eighths, Melanie, and 16 fat quarters. Mona's going to use her vintage stash. Well, now I have some vintage. I say vintage because it's from my mom. It's when she was sewing back when I was, I think I was still in grade school when she had got all that fabric. So I got that back here too. There was something else I was going to say. No, I don't remember. And I get to continue packing up for the renovation. I have to be ready to be out next Thursday. I don't envy you at all, Susan. Oh, Rob's here too. Hi, Rob. I didn't see you. I thought that was I thought that was Lori, because hers starts with quilting in the too. The worst has passed. My daughter is in the middle of it now. Oh, well, it says both, Melanie. It's harder to edit a video for me. Oh, I don't edit. What you see is what you get, and I don't edit. That's what it says on fabric requirements. There's 16 for the fat quarters and 16 for the fat eighths. And then you need another fat eighth for one of your borders. One of your borders. I don't see where that goes. Unless that's this one with all the different colors. And then a half a yard for that border, the green one. I don't know. I learn something new every single time I pick up that pattern. Yeah, I hear editing videos takes forever. Lisa has mastered, though, the art of the pause button. So she can go do something and then come back and she unpauses. I don't do that. Well, good morning, Miss Rita. I just now seen your hair. Have you started Millie's dresses yet? Nope. Shirley says I'm a chatty person. Why would you have a problem going live? Well, because first I get intimidated and I don't talk. You saw at the beginning I wasn't talking. And then I got excited when I started showing you stuff. Oh, Zaza has a 3D printer. We got it around 1 or 2 this morning. Sirens blaring for a long time. Tornado 10 miles south. Wow. I was in a tornado once. It was pretty cool. It was weird when I got in the middle, when it came over in the middle, the eye of the storm was, the eye of the tornado was over me because everything was quiet. It was just strange. Mona started cutting a block yesterday. Well, thanks, Rita. It's not as hard as I thought. As long as I talk to chat, I got to keep up with chat. Shirley, you're spilling the beans about Dibs. Yep. Shirley has known me for quite a few years. Quite a few. Yes, on the butterfly quilt we made, Butterfly Blossom, I cut black strips for the bodies of the butterflies. I don't know what I was thinking. I cut, I think, twice as many as what I needed. So I'm going to use those for the belts. So my dresses are going to all have black belts. Because I'm not wasting that black. I thought Shirley left. Oh, she did. 7 minutes ago. See, I'm 7 minutes behind. Lisa, I'm done with Millie's dresses. Oh my God. And we haven't even started it yet, girl. Mona has 2 quilts to cut out. Bye, Miss Shirley. She'll be seeing me soon. It's been a long time since I've been over to visit with them, so we're gonna go over, and we always sit around the kitchen table at her house, and the 4 of us just chit chat back and forth. I can't wait to see this quilt come together. They will be beautiful. Now, if you notice, Lisa finished the very last quilt. She finished up on the quilting on Sean's live, and then on Donnell's live yesterday, she did the binding. So she has no more quilt tops. Oh, Judy's doing a Crown Royal quilt. Oh, Mona's doing the Red Dot Swiss. Red Swiss dot. I don't know how you call it. I say everything backwards. At Mona, I have not even cut it out yet, but I'm going to make it with a twist. Make what with the twist? I thought you were done with Millie's. Yeah. Lisa needs to go to Overachievers Anonymous and learn what sew along means. Well, that's what the material from my mom is. It's from dresses that she made for me and my sister. Denise Beagle is in the house. Denise. Good morning, Annette. Did you try sewing again? Did it work? It's a whole lot better not edited. Well, that's the only way you're getting it from me, is unedited. It's a fun quilt once you get started, Lori says. Lori made it in the past, before we even decided we were going to do it. Mona, she didn't say a word on my channel for months. Now she talks all the time. I didn't talk either. I was lucky that I was up there with her. Thank to you, Deb. I am real close to making my first video. Well, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Then you remembered that you're among friends and it's okay. Yeah. Now I need a 3D printer to... Oh my God, Lisa. Lisa has FOMO so bad. And she calls us chatty. I've only been chatty the last couple times that we've been on. She got an idiot-proof one. Good morning, Jess. See, and I'm still behind. Because she's been in here for a while, too. It was going on Discord with Deb that has helped with getting over the butterflies in my stomach. Yeah, Rita and I, we went into a Discord room and we chit-chatted, and she showed me her whole room and everything. And we talked for quite a while. did you ever even get the butterfly top quilted? No, no. I got the dinosaur and the Dr. Seuss done. That's it. And when I started on those two, I didn't think I'd ever do Minky again. So my other granddaughter was going to be just out of luck with not getting the Minky. But yesterday I sandwiched it back together. Winnie the Pooh with a brown Minky. So I'm going to get started on that one of these days. My next project is to get my cutie out and my mother-in-law's sewing machine. I have to clean up her machine and see if I need to do anything to it. I know I need to clean it really well. Probably change the needle. And then I need to see if it works even. I don't know. She's 97 now, and she's in the nursing home, and we had to clean out her apartment. So in the end of February, we went up there, and his sister was trying to get us to take quite a bit of stuff. And we're like, we don't have the room to bring stuff home. And we're not renting a truck or a trailer or anything. I said, I'll take her sewing machine and anything that has to do with her sewing machine. That's it. I said, I don't want anything else. And then I saw one of her quilting tables that she used that folds down to only like this wide. Both sides fold down, and they're in it. The top only ends up being this big. And I wanted that, but I didn't have room in my car to get it. Oh, Lisa. Lisa, I'm going to smack you. She was teasing me about Millie's dresses. Now you can work on your secret project. Oh, that's good. Yes, I just need to figure out what that secret is. Maybe this afternoon. Pain levels are high. Oh, I feel for you, Annette. I really do. My hubby tells me he can help knock the FOMO out of me if I need addiction counseling. That's what you need, yes. Giovanna, you will get a lot more chatty, Deb. Oh, look at that. Rita wants a 3D printer too. Yes, be careful on that. Don't put any strain on that arm. My machine is good. My brother fixed it. Shirley's husband, my brother. I call him my baby brother, but he's not my baby brother. He's 5 years older than me. But he's my go-to when anything happens to me. Is your frame out of the box? No. I figure I'll do a video opening up the box. But he came over and he picked up my machine and he says, let me look at it and I'll see what's going on with it. So he picked it up, and my brother is my angel. He fixed it. It turns out it was a bent needle, and the bent needle bent on the other side of the bobbin case. So he had to sand down that area to make it flat again, and then change the needle. And He changed the needle. Oh, and he oiled it. He says he oiled the shit out of it. So when I got it, I had to run fabric back and forth as I was sewing because it was oily and I had to wipe it down. But it works great. So I'm really pleased. That is an inexpensive hobby. How in the world do little plastic blocks cost so much? Well, Lisa, it's like quilting. Fabric costs a lot too. So do the Legos. I'll say, just ask Katie, because Nikolai is really into the Legos. Oh, look at there. See? Lisa has 2 secret projects that she's in the testing stage. No, Mona, I don't want a 3D either. Giovanna, I knew that it was fixable, Deb. My whole sewing room is a secret project that I have no idea what I'm doing. Giovanna, this is a different machine she got fixed. No, it's my brother, the one that locked up on me, that I thought I broke, Mona. That's the one that he fixed. We haven't even got my mother-in-law's up here yet to look at. Collecting electrical cords, no matter where they came from, boxes and boxes and boxes. Well, now my husband just cleaned up some of the basement. Sorry. And he took old computers and I don't know what all, cords, everything. iPad that didn't work anymore. He took all that stuff to the electronic waste place. So he cleaned out a lot of stuff. It pretty much filled up his car that he took over there and got rid of. Oh, your husband collects golf clubs. I wouldn't know where to put a 3D printer. I wouldn't know how to work the 3D printer. No, Mona, I haven't gotten the one out of the basement yet. He was down there in the basement looking for all the different pieces that we got from his mom for that machine. Because I told him, I said, I know that there's bobbin spools down there. And I said, I told your sister I did not want any of her thread, just to throw that out, throw that in the trash. Because I don't know how long she'd had it. She was in her 80s when she stopped quilting. And she stopped quilting because she couldn't see good enough. So she quit her quilting and she went back to all her reading. Well, if she read early in the morning, she could read the book. But then she didn't have nothing to do the rest of the day then. So then she just started listening to audiobooks after that. Oh, yeah, Lisa got a serger and she just loves it. I removed stuffing out of one of my hubby's pillows by request, put it under the serger, and it was closed up in a second. Yay! That is okay, Mona. I'm happy that her brother is now working. Yes, now I have 2 brothers again. And I think, I'm not sure, don't quote me on it until I bring it up here and look at it. I think her machine is an Elna. It's either Elna or Kenmore. I don't remember. I know it's a sort of green color, I think. I think it was a long time ago that I saw it. You can make tassels out of the thread, Deb. Do not throw it away. I don't think I have the thread. I think his sister took it. This was up in Michigan, in Muskegon. That's where Kelly's from. And so we had to go up there and empty out her. And we only had a short time to empty out her apartment, which I understand because I learned that when my mom passed away. And we only had 2 weeks to get my mom's stuff out of her apartment. And when my brothers all came and my sister came for my mom's heart surgery, and she died at the end of that surgery. After we saw her body and everything at the hospital, my one brother said, well, we're going to get ready to leave and go home now. I said, oh, no, you're not. I said, you all are going to come help me empty out her apartment. And we're going to get it done while you're here in town. Because I'm not doing it by myself. So they stayed and helped me out. And they kept going, Deb, do you want this? Deb, do you want that? No, I don't want it. My daughter took my mom's sewing machine. She had taken that before mom died. And my daughter took a bunch of stuff from the kitchen. And then, of course, mom had some quilts. And I ended up with a family quilt on my mom's side. I don't know how many years ago it was made or nothing, or who exactly made it, but I have that quilt. That's the only quilt that I got from my mom when she died. My sister took most of them. Joyce. How come I'm not seeing Joyce? Butt hurt. What is that? Either one is a good machine. Who was talking about butt hurt? Oh, good morning, Joe. Oh, I'm still butthurt about the secret project thing. What is butthurt, Joyce? Well, butthurt is like all these new generation kids being offended when at the slightest little thing. Overly or injustifiably offended or resentful. They're all butthurt that she released the album online first. Zaza is probably the smartest and proficient person out there. I would love to see her quilting. Was the dictionary example. Oh. She is the smartest person here. I think she is too. Zaza is way more smarter. Is that how you say it? More smarter? She's the smartest one that I know. And she should have won that that thing on Donna's. Because she knows everything. We are resentful about the secret project. No, you're just going to have to wait and see it when it's presented. And when it's presented, it'll be all done. I'm not having any videos about it other than telling you now that I got a project going on. Oh, you did win? See, I didn't stay till the very end. My brain function is not nearly as good since I was ill. Well, if it's not as good since you've been sick, you're still doing better than me. I still can't figure all this stuff out. I finally figured out how to make moderators. That's about all I have figured out what to do. But I don't take time to do it either. I pull this up and I either go live or I come to this with Mona and Lisa. Other than that, I'm sewing or getting stuff ready to sew. I keep wanting to start out with this cutting on this stuff for Millie's dresses. You know, when I first looked at this, I thought it was only like 6 inches or maybe 8 inches on the blocks. They're 12 and a half. They're big blocks. So there's I gotta find it. This piece of fabric that I was going to use with it. But that's all the bigger piece I have of it. It's not very big at all. Maybe 12 inches. Maybe. It might be 6 inches wide, 12 inches long. And I thought that would be big enough to make one of the dresses, but it's not. So I got an idea though yesterday. If I use this as the top to one of the dresses, I can use black for the bottom of the dress. Make it a two-tone, you know. And that way I could use this. Or make a black top and use this as the skirt. So I don't know. And then I'm still working on my little tote that I started making. Remember, with all these 2.5 inch squares that I put together. I'm still working on this, and I've got the zipper in already. And I got it all pinned up so I can sew it. But you know what? I forgot the handles. So I got to go back and make the handles and attach them somehow before I can finish that up. And I have another set. I think it's on the kitchen table. Yeah, I could use it on the collar, but it would have to go with a certain other set to make it match. Oh, Deb, you pulled a Mona. I know. As soon as I realized that I did not have any, because I was getting ready to sew the sides and everything together. And then I'm like, oh, I never put the handles on that thing. So I decided I'm going to make my entire Millie's quilt in black. Everything will just be shadows. Just pretend you're in the dark. I was going to say that, Mona. Yeah, I did. I pulled a Mona. I don't know. I was so, I don't know if you'd say excited, or I was intimidated by the zippers. And so my mind was just on that zipper and that. And so I put the zipper in and I did it fine. I didn't have a problem with putting the zipper in, but I was feeling so accomplished over that. And then I started clipping it all together so I could sew the sides. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I didn't do those straps. You can put a handle on the side. Yeah, I could, because I have that, all that hardware. I couldn't think of the word. Hardware. I got all those hardware that I could put on there. See, now you know why I keep you all around. So you can tell me how to fix my mistakes. I hate doing anything with zippers. Well, the other tote that I made that from a kit. And it doesn't have a zipper. It's just the tote. There's not even any lining in it. And I have fabric in it now. Fabric and batting. That's what I have in it. So I don't even use it as a tote. Really. It's just use a place to put all my extra crap. Yes, I said crap. We all learn from each other. Yes, we do. But I learn more from you guys than you know. I have only been really quilting for a year and a half. I did make my first granddaughter a quilt, and I used something that was similar to this cuddle. I bought it at Walmart, and it was a blanket. And I put it on the back of her quilt, and I just sewed it up. And I put the binding over on that too, but I didn't put it on the way I did this one because I went and watched Teresa Coates's video on how to do self-binding with the Minky and Cuddle. And I like her way of doing it so much better than what I had tried to do all those years ago. That granddaughter was born in 2009, and it was probably the Christmas of 2015 that I made it for her. Because she was somewhere between 9 and 13 years old, somewhere in there when I gave it to her. It was a panel with a unicorn. And then I put borders around it. I put some pink borders and some purple borders. And I just kept adding borders and borders till I got it big enough. And then I put that blanket on the back of it. I didn't put any batting in it or nothing. And the only quilting that was on it was where I put the binding, where I sewed that on, and then around one of the borders, I put stitching around there. That's the only quilting I did on it, and she loved that. How many grands do I have? Well, I have a total of 7. 4 are mine and 3 are Kelly's. But they're all my grandkids, even though they don't claim me. My 3 from my stepdaughter, they don't claim me. Me too, and you have done a lot more than me. Well, I've only put in that one zipper so far. And it looks pretty good, the zipper does. I mean, you can't see it because I got it all pinned together. And I just don't want to take the pins apart. I started making quilts over 50 years ago when I was still in grade school. Did not have a sewing machine and made every stitch by hand. Oh, Lordy. No, I can't do anything by hand. So 7 grands. So I gave my oldest granddaughter hers in like 2015. That was my first experience with it, and it was my only experience. I didn't do nothing else then. I just wanted to make her a quilt. Maybe it was closer to 2018. It was one of the teen years in the 2000s. Well, hi, Kevin. How are ya? Thanks for coming. Kevin's my buddy from Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. He's another one that has convinced me to keep doing lives. You've had a great week. Got your machine fixed and home again, and you found your foot to the machine. What a great job today. I love that I have caught you. Well, you're welcome, Denise. I'm glad you came. I really am. Yes, that is Kevin in Tuber Chat. After I finish with the current quilt, I'm going to make a puff quilt. A puff quilt is on my list of things that I want to make. Yes, Tuber Chat, I have Mona. Ha ha! Sometimes Katie pops in too, but I haven't seen her this morning. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so I did my first quilt with that, and then I didn't do any more. And then I had reconstructive surgery on my left foot in 2018. And I had to spend 3 weeks in the nursing home for rehab to learn how to move around with only one foot. Because I couldn't even stand up. They were trying to get me to stand up on one foot. And I had one pulling on my left foot, holding it way up in the air. And they expected me to stand up. And I'm like, I can't stand up when you do that. So I spent 3 weeks in the nursing home, and I kept thinking to myself, I need to find a hobby. So I kept thinking and kept thinking and kept thinking. I didn't know what I was going to do. I just knew I wanted to get out of that place and go home and figure out stuff. So I thought a long while about it, and I'm like, I was in the cage thing that was on my foot. I was in that for 3 months. No pressure on the foot at all. No pressure on the leg, nothing. So, yeah, Tuber Chat. I made a lot of new friends there. And so then I finally decided I need to get into quilting. So I started buying everything for it. And I was sewing in my kitchen. You've been on so long, I'm going to pee myself. Well, it's just an hour and a half. That's all. You go on longer than that, girl. Outside a fixerator. Yeah. So, and then I have made a lot of quilt tops, but I haven't quilted anything. The dinosaur and Dr. Seuss quilts were the first ones that I actually quilted. Now, I quilted the hen and chick up there, and I did that on my brother. But that's just a little wall hanging. No biggie, I was just playing with that one. So, oh yeah, the cage on the foot, I thought I could handle it really well, but when you fall on the floor, you can't get up, especially with the cage on, because you can't even butt walk with the cage foot. He had to call the EMTs to come and get me up off the floor. And then they wanted to take me to the hospital. I said, no, I don't need that. Lisa, you just need to get a diaper. Get some Depends, girl. Don't end until I return. Okay. She knew I was getting to my exit stage here. Exit stage left. I had to have a drink of my cold coffee. I don't have much left in this cup. I use pee pads when Henry sits in his bowl of water and can't get up. Oh. Sassy dumps their water bowl all the time. My husband had one attached to his leg to hold it together. Yeah, I was stuck in that thing for 3 months. And towards the end of the 3 months, actually when it was just going on the 3 months, I say this in my leg. I had pins going all around my legs, and they had gotten so far in, the heads of them were inside of my legs. And I had to beg for him to take it off early. And they had to do CAT scans of it so that they could see if I was healed enough to take the cage off of it. Only one of my 3 dogs uses pee pads. Is that the baby? Well, it ended up I was only like a week before the 3 months was over by the time I convinced him to take it off. Yeah, those things are not any fun. They had to thank God that my husband is a retired nurse, because he had to redress my foot every day, and he had to put medicine stuff on all of those pins where they went into my legs so that I didn't bleed from there. And he had to use those gauze bundles and shove that all around there to keep my leg unexposed. Yes, the puppy uses pee pads. The other two not trained to use pee pads. Well, the other 2 are older. That must have been so painful. No, it wasn't. Having neuropathy doesn't let you feel the pain. I don't have anything but the numbing feeling in my feet. So when they kept telling me, are you hurting? And I'm like, no, don't hurt. It's just uncomfortable. It's the ones with the bolts that you have to tighten every day that gave me the ick. Yeah, thank God I didn't have to tighten them or loosen them or anything. Well, yeah, but it was my choice to go through it. But my husband said after I had it taken off, then I was in the boot forever, it seemed like. He said, if you decide to do this again, he says, you need to find somebody else to do this every day for you. Because he says, I'm not doing it again. It is kind of strange feeling the numbness, but no pain. But actually not feeling the pain was a godsend when I had all my foot surgeries. Because I didn't feel any of the pain. They kept asking me, does it hurt? I'm like, no. and they would touch me everywhere, and they'd do their thing. My foot doctor, before I had that surgery, he was always scraping because a callus would form where where I needed to have that operation for. And he said, "No, I'm not hurting you." I'm like, "No, I don't feel a thing. Just do your thing." 14 and 5. I knew one of them was 14 because it's the same age as Sassy. Sassy's 14. Puppy's 5 months. Yep. My puppy is August, September, October, November, December, January. My puppy is almost 17 months old. Was this from diabetes, or did you have an accident or injury? Well, it's from the diabetes, and my foot was always swollen. Well, it had been swollen for so long that it made my bones brittle. And one night I walked into the kitchen and I turned my body to get into the refrigerator, and I heard a pop. And so I walked gingerly back into the living room, and I didn't say nothing to my husband. I should have said something then about it, and I didn't. I didn't tell him for a few months later. And by then it had healed itself to where one of the bones was sticking out. It was sticking way out on this side of my foot. And nobody would touch it, except I kept having sores there where the bone was sticking out. I mean, it was covered in skin, but it would get sores. Yeah, lymphedema. And the lymphedema was caused because I quit wearing shoes. I was only wearing slippers in the house. Some of them had the hard bottoms on them, but they weren't actual shoes. Oh, gosh. I don't like stubbing my toes or dropping nothing on them or anything. Donna, did you lose any toenails? Anyone else's body fluid gives me the gag reflex. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All they got to do is even make the noise for gagging, and I start gagging. It was a bad reflex for me when the kids were little, because if they got sick and started throwing up, me and I was right there with them, throwing up right beside them. So, because that would start me gagging. I couldn't do it. My husband had to clean up all those messes. But now I wear shoes every single day, and my swelling is really down. My right foot looks almost like a real foot. Okay, Lisa's back. I have chit-chatted long enough, told you more of my secrets. Someday I might tell you about meeting my husband online. Oh, look at there. So blessed by Jess posted again. And the final podcast from Sean, the guy who sews. Now, I haven't got it set up yet where you guys can drop links in that. I haven't learned that yet. I have learned how to hit the go live button, and I sort of learned how to schedule. Sorta, because I still screw that up too. Hey, at least I didn't have you guys running all over the place today. My cats gag a few times a week. Oh, that would just... Sassy was gagging yesterday, and I'm just like, oh. I said, you got to come get her. He says, just put her down. I said, no, you need to take her outside. I think she's going to throw up. Judy, I have no secrets. I flip my lips about everything. Well, you guys haven't known me for that long a time to where I was actually talking. So now I'm telling all my secrets. Well, I shouldn't say all of them. I still have a lot of secrets. Judy, we are twins. Don, I work with dementia client and well, messes happen. Yeah. My ex-father-in-law, it was either dementia or Alzheimer's. And when he was in the hospital with his heart, he had a catheter in. And so I went to visit him so that my mother-in-law had a break from him for a little while. She went and got her hair done and stuff. So I sat with him for a while. And that old man, he knew who I was and everything. And he still kept trying to show me his junk. And I said, stop that. Stop that or I'm going to leave and you're going to sit in here by yourself. Take care, Vivian. I'm glad you stopped by. I have no problems with gagging. Oh my God, I do. You just got to make the noise and then I start. Whoop, whoop. I just figure it this way. Someone doesn't want the answer, then do not ask. Oh yeah, because I'm pretty blunt and I'll tell you exactly. I have learned. I used to work with the public. And I have learned to think twice before stuff comes out of my mouth. But the older I get, the more stuff starts coming out of my mouth when I should have kept it shut. I was telling their mother, that stopped them. That's a good one. He had something in his pocket he wanted to show you. Oh yeah, he tried twice to show me, and I'm like, no. Don't want to see that stuff on a father-in-law. And I was his favorite, so I think he liked me more than he liked his sons. So I'm going to get out of here. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. Oh my Lord. But at least I got to show you all that stuff. And now I can put it all away. Oh, bean soup almost done. That sounds really good. If you said that to my son, he would say, tell her. That's what my brother would say. Out of our whole family, my brother, the one that I call my baby brother, Charlie, him and I are the two bluntest ones in the family. So don't ask us something if you don't want to hear the God's honest truth, because we'll tell you. Thanks for coming, Denise. Thanks, Nikki and Joyce K. It's going to be in the crock pot all day. Oh, and you're going to be sitting there smelling it all day long. You're making the what? Get back up there. Pork chow mai fun. Oh, I love that stuff. I need to go see Lisa and Mona. Okay, everybody. I'll see you on another either pop-up or if I finally decide what day I want to start going live on my own. But Till then, I'll see you later. Bye. Oh, yeah, right. He changed his name.